The swamp strikes again. Some Republican lawmakers in the House and Senate just helped pass a swampy, earmark-laden government appropriations monstrosity. A whopping 101 House Republicans joined with 185 Democrats to vote in favor of passing the $1.2 trillion albatross, while 112 Republicans and 22 Democrats voted against it. So while the GOP holds the House majority, this package passed with more Democrat votes than Republican votes. There were more House Republicans who voted against it than House Republicans who voted for it, and without the support of those 101 Republicans who helped pass it, the package wouldn't have been able to clear the House chamber. Over in the Senate, 25 Republicans voted to pass the package, while 22 Republicans voted against it. Independent Senator Bernie Sanders of Vermont and Democratic Senator Michael Bennet of Colorado also voted against it. In passing the appropriations package, the possibility of a partial government shutdown has been avoided. But you know what hasn't been averted? Out-of-control government spending and the ever-expanding national debt that is over $34 trillion and climbing. If you're tired of Republicans failing to vote in line with conservative principles and you're enjoying this video, I'd appreciate it if you would please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and follow me over on X, the platform previously known as Twitter. So who voted for this bloated appropriations package? In the House, several of the 101 Republican lawmakers who voted for the appropriations package include Elise Stefanik of New York, Dan Crenshaw of Texas, Steve Scalise of Louisiana, and of course, House Speaker Mike Johnson, also of Louisiana. And speaking of the Speaker, Republican Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia has filed a motion to vacate.
I filed the motion to vacate today, but it's more of a warning and a pink slip. I respect our conference. I've paid all my dues to my conference. I'm a member in good standing, and I do not wish to inflict pain on our conference and to throw the House in chaos. But this is basically a warning, and it's time for us to go through the process, take our time, and find a new Speaker of the House that will stand with Republicans and our Republican majority instead of standing with the Democrats.
If it's a warning, does that mean that you're actually not going to go through and force this vote?
No, I will.
There's nothing that can convince you to back off.
There's not a time limit on this. It doesn't have to be forced and throw the House into chaos. I don't want to put any of our members in a difficult place like we were for 3.5 weeks. We're going to continue our committee work. We're going to continue our investigations. There's a lot of good investigations going that have to be able to proceed, and the American people deserve that. But I'm not saying that it won't happen in 2 weeks or it won't happen in a month or who knows when. But I am saying the clock has started. It's time for our conference to choose a new Speaker.
Over in the Senate, some of the Republicans who voted to pass the appropriations package included Mitch McConnell of Kentucky, Tom Cotton of Arkansas, Joni Ernst of Iowa, and Katie Britt of Alabama, who earlier this month delivered the Republican response to President Biden's State of the Union address. In a list of congressional earmarks and congressionally directed spending items for one portion of the package, two of the items include $400,000 for the Garden State Equality Education Fund, Inc., New Jersey, for trauma-informed strategies to support LGBTQ+ youth, and $850,000 for LGBTQ Senior Housing, Inc., Massachusetts, for services for older adults. If you look at the text of the package, there's a section that says, up to $500 million of funds appropriated by this act for the Defense Security Cooperation Agency in operation and maintenance defense-wide may be used to provide assistance to the government of Jordan to support the armed forces of Jordan and to enhance security along its borders. Another section of the text says, of the amounts appropriated in this act under the heading Operation and Maintenance Defense-wide for the Defense Security Cooperation Agency, $380 million to remain available until September 30th, 2025 shall be available to reimburse Jordan, Lebanon, Egypt, Tunisia, and Oman under Section 1226 of the National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2016, 22 U.S.C. 2151 note, for enhanced border security, of which not less than $150 million shall be for Jordan. If you're a conservative, you'd likely agree with my assertion that every single one of the Republican lawmakers who voted for this package should be voted out of office. Well, one of the House Republicans who voted to pass the package was GOP Representative Ryan Zinke of Montana. But around 2 hours after the package passed the House, former President Donald Trump posted on Truth Social that Zinke has his complete and total endorsement for re-election. Trump is the presumptive 2024 Republican presidential nominee, but remember, we could have had Florida Governor Ron DeSantis.
We're facing invasion, inflation, and indoctrination, and Republicans need to be using their constitutional authority to stop it, to fight back on our behalf. There's never a better opportunity to stand up for the sovereignty of this country than right now. We see illegal aliens overrunning border barricades along the U.S.-Mexico border. We've had 10 million pour in. We see criminal activity perpetrated against American citizens by people that Biden has let in. When is enough enough? If not now, then when are you going to be able to fight back against this? If the Democrats want to have a fight about keeping the border open, that should be a fight that we want to have. Don't give Biden everything he wants and let him continue all his disastrous policies.
You get what you vote for, and while in general elections we basically have a binary choice and can simply vote for all the candidates who have an R next to their name, we need to be better at picking conservative candidates during the primaries. We need more candidates like, for example, Republican Representative Thomas Massie of Kentucky. House Majority Whip Tom Emmer, who by the way was one of the 101 House Republicans who voted to pass the spending package, recently referred to Massie as a libertarian anarchist.
You talk about the majority leader and the speaker. The reason that we are key to what happens in the House is because I can have relationships with Brian Fitzpatrick, who would be considered right of center, suburban Philadelphia, all the way to Thomas Massie, who is a libertarian anarchist, he would say libertarian, from Kentucky, and everybody in between. And you need to know what drives them, what they can and can't do.
Massie shared the clip and tweeted, "Defending the Constitution can get you labeled as a libertarian anarchist by Republicans in Congress. No offense taken at GOP Majority Whip. I appreciate being disassociated from the current mess here in DC." So what do you think about this appropriations package? And if you were in Congress, would you have voted for it? Please leave a comment with your thoughts. Thank you for watching. I'd appreciate it if you would hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and follow me over on X, the platform previously known as Twitter. Also, if you're someone who's previously watched this show, please let me know whether you prefer this type of format where I pre-record and edit the show, or if you prefer the live episodes. I'll leave you with this funny video from the Swamp Glossary account over on X.
How the GOP plans to vote on the Swamp Omnibus. House Freedom Caucus. No. Swampy Republicans.
I take a back seat to no one when it comes to being conservative. We have the slimmest majority. We gotta respect the process. Wait until after the elections to fight. We can only hit singles, not grand slam. We can't be a circular firing squad. We gotta clear the decks for the next election. But then we're gonna fight tooth and nail. I can't tell you what's in the skip, but it's bad.
Yes.